Outside the window, snow was falling heavily and it was a world of ice and snow. However, the man was leisurely and comfortable in the RV camp, enjoying the tranquility and warmth. On this day, Matsushita Kauto drove his self-made RV into a snow-covered forest. As soon as the vehicle stopped steadily, he placed wooden blocks in front of the tires to prevent the wheels from getting stuck in the melted snow, ensuring that the RV was parked firmly. After getting out of the car, Kauto quickly put on his cold-proof coat and was ready to start building his own RV campsite. First of all, he took out the folding connecting rods and built a simple campsite frame, creating a snow-proof camping area at the rear of the vehicle. He laid waterproof plastic sheeting on top, tightened it all around with ropes, and drove ground stakes into the snow layer, making the whole campsite as stable as a rock. Then Kauto began to assemble a fireplace, intending to rely on it to withstand the cold winter. He connected the exhaust pipe above the fireplace to ensure that the black smoke from the stove could be discharged smoothly. The space below and beside the fireplace was used to store the collected firewood. Large logs could be easily chopped into small pieces for convenient burning, ensuring the heating needs of the entire campsite. After the campsite was basically set up, Kauto started to make a 3-layer snowman, piling the snow into a silly sculpture that stood in front of the RV campsite to accompany him during this lonely camping time. Then he returned to the tent space at the rear of the vehicle, ground some coffee beans with a hand-cranked coffee grinder, and brewed a cup of steaming hot coffee. He sipped the coffee while enjoying the snow scene in the distance, enjoying the peace and coziness. To make the campsite warmer, he added some firewood to the fireplace. After lighting it, the fireplace quickly generated a large amount of heat, and the atmosphere of the entire RV campsite became warm and comfortable. Although surrounded by the cold snowfield, with the warmth of the fireplace and the light, it no longer felt cold inside, just like being at home. Subsequently, Kauto took out some fresh vegetables from the storage box in the vehicle, cut them on the folding camping table, and started to prepare dinner. He put the vegetables, thick soup, and seasonings into a pot and slowly simmered it above the fireplace. At the same time, he put the beef puree in a frying pan, added his homemade tomato sauce, and quickly stir-fried it to make a delicious beef and tomato sauce. In the small RV campsite, the aroma was so enticing that it made people drool. Then he spread a layer of cheese on the beef, paired it with wide pasta sheets and delicious sauce, and the whole baking pan was ready to be slowly baked in the fireplace. The stewed soup was also cooked, and the steaming hot beef and pasta with the soft vegetable soup became the main course of his dinner. At night, Kauto hid in the warm RV, roasted by the fire, enjoying the delicious baked lasagna, drinking a small beverage, and immersing himself alone in the snow scene. After eating and drinking, he picked up a flashlight, walked out of the campsite, and entered the pitch-black snow-covered forest to patrol, making sure that no wild animals were approaching. Fortunately, the snowman served as a natural guard, effectively deterring any potential dangers. Late at night, Kauto returned to the vehicle, spread the blanket on the bed, got into the warm quilt, turned off the lights in the campsite, and fell asleep peacefully. The next morning, the snowstorm was getting heavier, almost burying the RV in the campsite. Kauto got up early, walked out of the RV, and inspected the surroundings. The protection of the snowman was still effective, ensuring that he had a safe night. In the early morning, he started to prepare breakfast, frying sausages, making eggs, pairing them with toast, and making a sumptuous breakfast of sausage, egg, and salt and pepper. Enjoying this delicious meal alone, with the heavy snow falling outside the window, it was as warm as spring inside the RV, just like a paradise on earth. Considering that he had already lived in this snow-covered forest for 2 days, Kauto decided to start packing up the camping equipment, putting all the items into the trunk at the rear of the vehicle, disassembling the fireplace and the tent space, and getting ready to leave. After packing up, he drove the car away from this snow-covered forest, and continued his new camping journey.